Assalamu alaikum dear students. In the previous video we have started chapter number 10, banks and simple interest, and we have seen the different types of account. What is current account, what is saving account, recurring deposit account, fixed deposit FD, and we have also seen the uses of ATM cards, credit cards and debit cards. Right now we will move on to the next topic, that is what is passbook and what are the entries on passbook. Okay, so this is a general scene of your passbook, right? These are the columns that generally you can see in your passbook. The first line is the serial number. Whenever we take a cash, whenever we withdraw a cash or we deposit a cash into our account, bank employee gives us the entry on our passbook. And on that entry, there are these things. That is the date on which we are dealing with our account, we are dealing with our cash. Here are the particular, that is the tafsil. If we are depositing or we are crediting a amount using a cash, check, self, or if there is an interest, so that tafsil, that particular will come in this column. The next column is a check number. If we deal with the check, अगर हम चेक से डिपॉजिट करते हैं, चेक से अमाउंट हमारे इसमें क्रेडिट करते हैं, तो यहाँ पे चेक नंबर आएगा. उसके बाद में कितना अमाउंट अगर हमने विदड्रॉन किया है तो विदड्रॉन का कॉलम है. उसके बाद में अमाउंट डिपॉजिट अगर किया है तो डिपॉजिट का कॉलम है. एंड नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट इज द बैलेंस रिमेनिंग बैलेंस इन आवर अकाउंट इज, दैट इज हियर 7,000. ओके, so here is a sample passbook of one person. So this is the serial number, then this is the date. So this shows that on the date 2 Feb 2016, the amount 1500 cash 1500 is deposited to the account, and the total balance is 7,000. Next, on the date 8 February 2016, using the check number is given. So using this check, the amount is deposited, 5,000 amount is deposited, and the total balance is 12,000. So this is the general look of an ideal passbook. So here are the some columns, some fill in the blanks. On 2 Feb 2016, the amount deposited was 1500 rupees and the balance was 7,000 rupees. On 12 Feb 2016, this is the 12 Feb 2016, dash rupees were withdrawn. So 3,000 rupees were withdrawn by check number. This is the check number 243965 and the balance was 9,000 rupees. Okay. On 26 Feb 2016, the bank paid an interest of, if the bank pays an interest on our amount, then that interest will be also be entered in our passbook. And on 26, bank paid an interest on 135 rupees, right? Now let's see one problem on interest. See, the borrowed a sum of 30,000 rupees at 8% per annum. This PCPA means percent per annum interest for a year for her bank to buy a computer. सीधा ने बैंक से 30,000 रुपये बोरो किए, उधार लिए, एट अ इंटरेस्ट ऑफ 8% पर एनम. पर एनम मतलब पर ईयर 8% के रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट में उसने 30,000 रुपीज़ बोरो किए, उधार लिए. एट द एंड ऑफ द पीरियड मीन्स आफ्टर 1 year शी हैड टू पे बैक एन अमाउंट ऑफ 2,400 rupees over and above what she had borrowed. So at the end of this period means at the end of this year she had to pay the sum of 30,000 plus उस पर जो इंटरेस्ट लग रहा है उसको 8% पर एनम. सो 30,000 का 8% क्या होगा, 30,000 इंटू 8%, दैट विल बी 2,400. सो उसको आफ्टर 1 year कितना पे करना पड़ेगा, 30,000 प्लस 2,400, दैट इज 32,400 उसको टोटल पे करना पड़ेगा. तो हाउ वी कैलकुलेट, इसमें प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट जो है हमारा जितना हमने लिया, प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट द 30,000 प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट, देन रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, कितने इंटरेस्ट पे उसने बोरो किया अमाउंट, सो वो था 8% पर एनम. सो 8% था रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. फिर इंटरेस्ट कितना लगा उसको 1 year में, सो 8% of 30,000 एंड दैट विल बिकम 8% of 30,000 that is 2400 is the interest. और टाइम कितना था उसका? टाइम था 1 ईयर. सो टोटल अमाउंट उसको कितना पे करना पड़ेगा बैंक को? सो वो होगा प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट प्लस उसको कितना इंटरेस्ट लगा वो लेने पर. तो दोनों की एडिशन करेंगे तो होगा 32,400 रुपीज़ उसको पे करने पड़ेंगे सुविद्या को. ओके, क्लियर? जो टोटल अमाउंट हमको पे करना पड़ता है वो होता है प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट प्लस इंटरेस्ट जो लगता है. टोटल अमाउंट प्लस इंटरेस्ट उतना पे करना पड़ेगा. ओके, let's see another example. Neha took a loan of 50,000 rupees at 12% per annum to buy a two-wheeler. What amount will she return to the bank at the end of 1 year? Okay, so let's see this example. So here the principal amount जो उसने लोन लिया है, जो मेन अमाउंट है, प्रिंसिपल बेसिक अमाउंट है, वो है 50,000 is the principal amount P and the rate of interest is 12% per annum. Rate of interest R is 12%. अब हम क्या करेंगे? पहले इंटरेस्ट निकालेंगे. इंटरेस्ट क्या है? 12% ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट. 12% ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट that is 12/100 into 50,000. That 0 will cancel with this 20 and 12 into 500 that will give 6,000. So 6,000 is the interest. अब after 1 year Neha has to pay a total amount of 50,000 plus the interest. 50,000 plus 6,000 हमको इंटरेस्ट के साथ में बैंक को पैसा वापस देना पड़ेगा. सो टोटल अमाउंट इज द प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट प्लस इंटरेस्ट दैट इज 50,000 प्लस 6,000 दैट इज 56,000 रुपीज़. Okay, so at the end of the year Neha have to return the amount 56,000 to the bank. Okay, Akash deposited 25,000 rupees in a bank at a rate of 8% per annum for 3 years. How much interest does he get every year? How much altogether? Okay, सो आकाश डिपॉजिट, अब उसने बैंक में जमा करवाया, डिपॉजिट करवाया 25,000 रुपीज़ और उसको एट अ इंटरेस्ट 8% पर एनम पे 3 ईयर्स के लिए उसने डिपॉजिट करवाया. सो हर साल उसको कितना इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा और एट द एंड ऑफ 3 ईयर्स मतलब एक साल उसको कितना इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. तो पहले हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं कि एक साल पे उसको कितना इंटरेस्ट लगेगा. सो इंटरेस्ट इक्वल टू 8% ऑफ 25,000. 8% उसको इंटरेस्ट लगेगा. रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट क्या है? 8% पर एनम. सो 8/100 इंटू प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट उसने कितना जमा करवाया, कितना डिपॉजिट करवाया? 25,000. सो इंटरेस्ट इक्वल टू 8%. परसेंट को हम कैसा लिखते हैं? 8/100 इंटू 25,000. सो 8/100 विल गिव 2,000. सो 2,000 इंटरेस्ट ही विल गेट एवरी ईयर. सो ही हैज़ डिपॉजिटेड इट फॉर 3 years. Okay, so for after 3 years he will get 2,000 into 3. We will multiply it by 3, so that will give 6,000 rupees. So after the end of 1 year he will get 2,000 rupees. So for the 3 years the interest will be 6,000 rupees. So after the end of 3 years he will get 25,000 plus 6,000 in addition. Okay, 6,000 is the interest. Okay, so this type of problem can also be done in the way as if principal amount is given, rate of interest is given, and the time for which we are dealing with that amount, that is the time period is also given, and we have to calculate the interest. Then we can also use the formula interest equal to principal into rate of interest into time divided by 100. I equal to PRT by 100. I equal to PRT by 100. We can also use this formula for such type of questions. So here principal amount is 25,000, rate of interest is 8% and time is 3 years divided by 100. So interest will become 25,000 into 8, that will give 25,000 into 8 by 100, that will give 2,000 into 3, that will give 6,000 rupees. So at the end of 3 years Akash will get 6,000 rupees interest plus 25,000 rupees principal. So the total amount he will get is total amount equal to principal amount plus interest. Principal amount was 25,000 plus 6,000. So the total amount he will get is 31,000 rupees at the end of 3 years. Okay. Hope you have understood this concept, and this formula is very important. Interest equal to PRT by 100. If principal amount, rate of interest and time is given, and we have to calculate the interest, or if any three things are given and we have to calculate the fourth thing, then we use the formula this. And if time is not given, we can generally take time as 1 year. Okay, in the next video you will inshallah see the practice at 40. Okay, Allah Hafiz.